Hey yo, what's snacking everybody, and welcome to the Daily Boost, hosted by me, Last X 5, as well as my community that I am a part of called Love and Action Network. You can find out more about us at lovedandlovable.org. I have all kinds of links above me, or not links, but shout outs and advertisements scrolling above me. You'll see lovedandlovable.org scrolling up here, and shout out to other members on such programs that we have on Love and Action Network. But the whole point of the Daily Boost and our mission as Love and Action Network, who you can find out more about at lovedandlovable.org. Our whole mission and the point of these daily boosts are to encourage, empower, and equip ourselves with the knowledge that we are loved and lovable, and to also equip ourselves with the tools to know that we can get through the tools to get through our day to day. The point is, we want to give you guys the tools to get through your day to day because we know that's not easy. We're living life just like anyone else. We all have our ups and downs. So yeah, we definitely get it, and I invite you guys to join in on my community and get to know us better or talk to us because I know some people probably come in from the outside like, what are they talking about? Is this like some pyramid scheme? Is this like some cult or something like that? Like I've heard things like that. I'm like, what? I joined this as a volunteer because I wanted to s- spread positivity and also love to other people because I was in a spot much like those people. This is for those people, um, the people in those dark places or that believe negative things about themselves, or even just the people who want to find more community, find more positivity, and find more like-minded people like them. Um, you know, it's not really something that we tie your hands behind your back or something and say, all right, you're either with us or you're not. But I mean, you're all, whether or not you're within our network or not, you're all loved and lovable. So that's that's the gist of it. You're all loved and lovable, whether you join or not. We do not care. Before I even start, like any readings on our source material and everything, I just want everybody to know: one, you're loved and lovable, and two, I had the thread, I lost it. I lost it that fast. um, I want everyone to know. I can't believe I really lost it. I was trying to explain that one thought, and it took so much it took so much out of me to like get that out that I completely forgot the whole point. It's okay, y'all. I just want you guys to really know that you are loved and lovable. Oh, I got it now. I got it. And we at Love and Action Network do not care about the your religious affiliations. We don't care about the God you serve. It doesn't it doesn't matter to us. What matters is that you have a faith in something, and that one thing at least has to be yourself. That one thing that you need faith in is yourself. Bottom line. Bottom line. All right. But our source materials consist of the 7 day chakra challenge. That's a challenge where we talk about, the chakra system, all seven of the chakras for the 7 days of the week. You get it. You get it. You get it. Get it. Um, Sunday starts with the root chakra, so it starts Sundays, and then we go all the way to Saturdays through the crown chakra. So Sundays root, Mondays the sacral chakra, um, Tuesday is the solar plexus chakra, Wednesday is the heart chakra, Thursday is the throat chakra, which we talked about yesterday, and today, Friday, is the third eye chakra. And as I said before, Saturday being the crown chakra. But yeah, today we will be talking about the third eye chakra as well as going over the source material from Melody Beatty called 52 Weeks of Conscious Contact. It is one, like I said, it's a book by Melody Beatty. That's Melody Melody, and then Beatty as in Beattie. Um, she has a book where we go through all 52 weeks. It's year long. It's 365 days of content. Um, and just positive, useful resources and knowledge to, help you get through your day to day. Um, so first, we'll be talking about the chakra system, and I'll be giving out, shout outs and everything probably throughout the program and as well as at the end, definitely at the end, just so I don't get tripped up on everything. Because I feel like I get so focused in trying to do the intros that they either last too long or what fourth and what fourth. But I definitely encourage you guys to join our membership. We have a free VIP membership. It's on Halo, but yeah, as I said before, we'll do all that at the end. Please, please. Um, the third eye chakra. The third eye chakra is the sixth chakra. It is associated with our sixth sense. It is the center of our wisdom, spiritual insight, and intuition. Speaking of which, I almost forgot. I want to talk about, the 52 weeks of conscious contact. It's week 13, as you probably see in the title. Well, I don't know if it'll show in the newsletter. I don't think it'll show in the newsletter, but on YouTube it says the theme of the week, which is crazy people make us crazy. I believe I did say that at the beginning, but I just want to reiterate the theme of the week is crazy people make us crazy. Yeah. um, when the third eye chakra is out of harmony, we focus only on our intellect and reject all spiritual aspects of ourselves. We do not trust nor are aware of our intuition, are only able to see the physical reality in life and carry a lot of fear in our regard to our inner wisdom. When the third eye chakra is in harmony, our invite we invite our intuition and awareness into everyday aspects of life. We trust our inner vision and act upon what our intuition tells us, which makes it stronger. We have a deep knowing beyond what we can physically see and are even in touch with our clairvoyance, the gift of taking in intuitive information through sight and vision, which that's what clairvoyance is, the gift of taking in intuitive information through sight and vision. I wanted to clarify and break that up just in case I speed ran through that maybe, because I do tend to do that sometimes. I try to break it up so people can catch it while it flows, but sometimes I feel like I need to repeat it. But anyway, um, the location of the third eye chakra is between the eyebrows. So most people, figure it's a little bit higher, in the middle of your forehead. I feel like it's interchangeable. It could be either right in between your eyebrows. I mean, either way, it's still in between your eyebrows, where it's that, in the middle of your forehead or directly in between your eyebrows. So either way, you're technically right. The color associated with the third eye chakra is indigo, according to this book specifically. The book that I'm reading from is called Chakra Healing. It's a book by Margarita Alcantara. Margarita, that's I love the first name, Margarita Alcantara. So that's where I'm getting my social material for all of the chakra things, all the knowledge chakra. I'm getting it from this book. All the knowledge chakra. That's funny. I'm crazy. Anyway, um, the color associated with the third eye chakra, indigo. Indigo. The element that has to deal with that is related to the third eye chakra is light. The element that is closely related to or is related to the third eye chakra is light. The affirmation of today, the third eye chakra. The affirmation of the third eye chakra is I see. The glands, which are glands, are part of the um, endocrine system. I almost always pronounce it wrong, but the endocrine system, which is, if you don't know what the endocrine system, I'll give you a little spiel here. The endocrine system releases and creates hormones to maintain countless bodily functions. You have more than 50 hormones, and they affect nearly all aspects of your health, directly or indirectly. Examples include, but are not limited to, metabolism, converting food, which is metabolism is converting food and drink into energy. Homeostasis, which is the body's way of keeping its internal conditions stable and balanced despite the external environment. Growth and development, sexual function, reproduction, your wake sleep cycle, and all as well. Lastly, but not least, your mood. Um, if you guys didn't know, the path of learning is never complete. But to talk more about the pineal gland specific, which is associated with the third eye chakra, the pineal gland is a small gland located within the brain. The pineal gland is activated by neurons connected to your eyes when these nerves are activated by light. The pineal gland is when the nerve when the nerves within the pineal gland or the let me start over. I'm sorry. I'm gonna confuse everybody by trying to explain in the middle of it. Let me start over. The pineal gland is activated by neurons connected to your eyes. When these nerves are activated by light, the pineal gland is repressed. When the nighttime comes and the light reaching your eyes decreases, the pineal gland becomes activated. If that was a little too long winded, I'll explain it a little bit more in detail with this. The pineal gland secretes melatonin, a hormone which activates our sleep cycle. If you didn't know, I'm sure people have taken like sleep gummies. Maybe if you've had trouble sleeping, you know what melatonin is. If you've ever taken those before. By releasing this hormone when it gets dark, the pineal gland helps your body coordinate for sleeping. This includes changing your respiratory rate, brain patterns, and even digestive patterns. Um, Once again, much like any part of your body, just about every part of your body, it's connected to something else. So your one body part doesn't just have to deal with, that specific area. It has to deal with, what's connected to that area as well. So remember, when you're, if you believe in the chakras, even, but you either believe in the chakras or you believe, your body does what it does. So either way, both are true. So it's okay. Where you believe in the science like the endocrine system and its glands, or you believe in the spiritual aspect, which is the chakras. They both exist. So, or if you don't, they're interchangeable. So it is what it is. But you know, every part of the body affects another part. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Um, Physical body parts that are related to the third eye chakra include, but are not limited to, brain, nervous system, eyes, ears, and nose. The life lesson of the third eye chakra is to use insight and intuition to see past the physical. The brain, the brain. I'm already getting a little too far ahead of myself. Physical dysfunctions that relate to the third eye chakra include, but are not limited to. Sorry, I had a hiccup or whatever that was. Brain tumor, hemorrhage, stroke. Oh, I'm sorry. Brain tumor slash hemorrhage, stroke, neurological, neurological, neurological disturbances, blindness, deafness, full spinal difficulties, learning disabilities, seizures, headaches, and blurred vision. Mental and or emotional issues that are related to the third eye chakra include, but are not limited to, self-evaluation, truth, intellectual abilities, feelings of adequacy, openness to the ideas of others, ability to learn from experience, and emotional intelligence. Possible causes of energy blocks, as you probably would have guessed it, are a lack of trust in one's intuition. A lack of trust in one's intuition. The crystals that relate to the third eye chakra include, but are not limited to, lapis lazuli, amethyst, fluorite, lepidolite, sugilite, tanzanite, clear quartz, starfire, and kyanite. If you were here yesterday, you probably realized that lapis lazuli was listed twice. And yes, multiple crystal can be used for multiple different chakra systems. It can, and that's absolutely okay. All right, well, we are done with the chakra section. The chakra source material for the daily boost. So now we will get into the readings by Melody Beatty. Um, as I said before, we are on week 13. The theme of week 13 is crazy people make us crazy. Yesterday, we learned about how we ourselves can be that crazy person that makes us crazy. And yesterday's focus was in action. Day 5 is always in action. Um, Today, we have a gratitude focus. We have an excerpt focused on gratitude focus. It reads: When my son was using drugs and I finally had to let go, it was one of the hardest experiences in my life, a woman said. Now, years later, looking back at the experience, I see that he was my teacher for detaching in love. Oh gosh, I always gotta put the reading glasses on for Melody Beatty. Like that's my eyes, man. It's too bright. It's too blinding. It's too much. Melody, you're too much. Okay, Burger, we're gonna get you some reading glasses. You're gonna start reading these because I can't. My eyes are tired. My eyes are tired of looking at this stuff. It's too bright. She'd be talking her stuff. She says, when my son was using drugs and I finally had to let go, it was one of the hardest experiences in my life. Now, years later, looking back at the experience, I see that he was my teacher for detaching in love. Now, I'm gonna guess a lot of you, much like me when I first looked over this, um, figured that she was talking about like this as if her son was like deceased, possibly just because it says I finally had to let go. Um, but that's not what she means when she says she finally had to let go. Just like she was saying, at the end, he was um her teacher for detaching in love. Um, and that also means like in a loving manner. It doesn't as much mean in a loving manner, but it love is a part of it. She finally had to let go of the fact that her son was using drugs. Now, obviously, that was probably something that he was not raised, to really partake in or raised to have fancy in, but some people find their comfort in drugs or, you know, that's just the life they want to live. Um, I mean, for example, I mean, it, it's no secret. I mean, I smoke from time to time. I smoke from time to time. That is the Yeah, that is the only drug I currently do. I haven't been prescribed anything, so technically I'm not like on any other drugs. But yeah, yeah. Um, she's not talking about this as if her son is gone. She just finally had to let go of the fact that he's made this decision to do that. And she's saying it was one of the hardest experiences in her life to just be able to detach that part of herself that's telling her that her son has to be a certain type of way or a certain type of person even. um it's not that she doesn't love her son anymore. It's just the fact that she has to love him enough to be like, okay, this if this is what you choose, this is what you want. You give them, it's not necessarily giving them the space to do such a thing like you're co-signing on it, but it's they gotta everyone does what they think is best for them, and if at the time they think that's what's best for them, that's best for them. And we're gonna kind of talk about this excerpt a little more, but I'll get into the actual gratitude focus. um we can be grateful for all the people, places, and things that teach us. I'm sorry, my cat was scratching at the door. He distracted me. I was like, what? Now he wants to be let back in. He'll be all right though. He'll be all right. It's just a couple more minutes. Well, a couple more minutes. Like we'll see. We can be grateful for all the people, places, and things that teach us the hard way about the value of detaching in love. We can also be grateful for all the people who give us positive support for doing that. I know I said it once before, even twice now. At least that first part I've said twice now, that first sentence. But I'm going to say it one more time just to get the point across. We can be grateful for all the people, places, and things that teach us the hard way about the value of detaching in love. We can also be grateful for all the people who give us positive support for doing that. There may be someone you are trying to, lovingly detach from or detaching in love. That's why it says detaching in love. Sometimes you have to let go. You can love somebody, from afar. They don't have to still, necessarily be in your life for you to still love them or, listen to you or like your advice or the way you see the world or anything like that. You can still detach in love. And let's all hope that we have positive support around us, positive people. Well, not just positive people, but grateful for all the people who give us that positive support for being able to detach in love. Because sometimes some people will see a relationship be like, no, you're, his son. You have to, set him straight, or you have to do, you have to always be attached to this. You always have to be emotionally attached. She's talking about emotionally detaching herself from her son using drugs and the way she feels about him using that. She's just saying, okay, if that's what you want to do, and she's like, it's almost like setting a boundary. It's like, all right, that's what you want to do. Fine. That's what you want to do. But I'm sure, he's only, she, the relationship probably just isn't the same because of that. And that's the thing that, she has to detach in love from. That the relationship isn't going to be the same because she has this, she has her needs and he has his. The needs that she has for him and what she wants for their relationship to stand don't match his, and you're either going to change your needs for somebody else or you're going to keep your needs. And sometimes no one wants to give up their needs, whether it's something that they need or not. Whether it's something they need or not, most people do not want to give up their needs or compromise on their needs. Some needs we don't necessarily need, but a lot of the needs that we have, well, I won't say a lot, but some of the needs that we have are not wrong to have. Some of us have needs as in we want, um what's a good example? You have a need for physical, the physical touch. You're a physical person. You like physical love. You like hugs and stuff. And maybe your partner isn't, to they're not really the hugging type. They're not really the touchy feely type. They don't show their love that way. If you express your needs to your partner and they're not able to, you know, accept those needs, I don't want to say, you know, there's something wrong with them for not being able to accept their needs, your needs, but, you know, people aren't, shouldn't be forced to, they shouldn't be forced to, give you your needs. It shouldn't be a forceful thing. It should just be a, hey, can I, I have this need. Can you, give it to me? Or like, can I have it? Can we compromise? Can you give it to me when I, you want your needs met. That's what all we want as humans. We want our needs met. When our needs aren't met, We tend to be, unhappy or just try to find someone else to meet those needs. Sometimes our needs can are unrealistic and nobody would ever be able to meet those needs. That's something you just have to be open, honest, and willing with yourself. You have to be able to accept, those things about yourself. Like, are you asking for too much? Um, for example, is your need in a partner to be rich? It's like, okay, so your need in a partner is to be rich. And then you go, you're trying to hook up with people at a bar and you've never been outside the bar. You now have a unrealistic need based on what the environment that you've created for yourself, and you're wondering why your need isn't met. It's because your needs haven't even been met by your routine, and it's important that your routine meets your needs. Your routine is like the most important thing that you do. Like your day to day is the most important thing you can do. It's the structure of your needs, your goals, your what you want in life. It is the structure. Your routine is the structure that you have to. Your routine has to match your goals. I've said it multiple times. I say it every time I think I have the daily boost. Your routine has to meet your goals. If your routine doesn't match your goals, you're probably not going to, succeed in achieving your goals. Because you're always going to have more goals. That's the thing about goals. That's the thing about setting goals. You're always going to have to set more. You're always going to have to set more in some way, shape, or form. You're gonna want to set more. Um, Life is just a constant marathon. There's no sprint about any of this. It might feel like a sprint getting to that goal, but there's always going to be another one. There's always going to be a goal post that is moved. Because you achieve one thing, you're going to want to achieve. You're more than likely going to want to achieve something better or greater for yourself. My cat's going nuts, but my cat's going insane. He's like, "Let me in, let me in." Loki, I'm working. um, yeah, I mean, Kitty Burger would let him in, but I don't think Kitty Burger gonna let him in. I don't think Kitty Burger's. I'm pretty sure Kitty Burger's just he's still reading over day 6. He's like, wow. He's like, I can detach in love. Because I understand, like, the whole thing about detachment, it seems negative, but it's very neutral. Detachment is very neutral. It's a neutral word. We just use it for negative connotations too much. Um, yeah. But enough of my babbling. Enough of my babbling. Well, I guess I got some more babble, but just because I've lost the thread of where I was going, I'm just going to get into the 3 things I kind of want to talk about for a second. It's not going to be too much longer, I don't think. It could be. It depends on how much I rant or, you know. Um, oh, yes. Perfect for today's theme. Everybody's heard this phrase. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. I can take my reading glasses off now. Melody Beatty's done blinding me. I can take my reading glasses off. Thank you. Um, Thank you, Kitty Becker. Thank you for letting me know. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. We've always seen it from the person leading the horse to the water, their side. We've always seen it from the person leading the horse to water. We've always seen it from their perspective, the person leading the horse to the water. We never thought about it from the horse's perspective. I am willing to guarantee in any type of situation that that horse has ever been led to something that wasn't water at least once. it's going to doubt that you're leading it to water. But I know this is a metaphor, but it's also like a literal interpretation too, because most animals, pets, whatever, they all go by actions. They read humans. That's the universal language. Like, what you do. Your actions speak louder than your words. Your words are absolutely important. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying and say that I'm saying that words are less important than actions, but actions and words go hand in hand with communication. They can both either say the same thing or they can both say different things, and that's when things get a little strange, when things don't start matching up, actions and words don't start mixing, matching up. I'm over here, my words are over here mismatching and everything. They're spinning through each other, climbing over each other. Um, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Think about it from the horse's perspective. Think about it from the horse's perspective. I'm not telling you to just, obviously the horse obviously we know as the person trying to lead them to the water, they know that it's water. That person knows that it's water. Everyone knows that it's is 100% positive that it's water other than the horse. And why doesn't the horse want to drink the water? It could be any number of reasons, and that's the thing. It could be any number of reasons, just like people. They can make up any number of reasons or have a maybe it's a legitimate reason. But, whether it's made up in your head or whatever, you make up your own reality. And that's what the horse has to decide. You make up your own reality. Someone could be in this example, in this specific example, we know that when it's saying you can lead a horse to water, we know that it's actually water. We know that it's actually water. The person leading the horse to the water knows, they know that they're leading them to water. Everyone is 100% positive but the horse. And we can't exactly say not, you know, uh, there's not reasonable reason. Reasonable reason, is that a real phrase? Like, is that just reasonable reason, huh? It's reasonable to assume that the horse has doubts. It's reasonable. That its doubts may be valid, they may not be. It might just be fabricated in his head that it's this, like, the human's probably trying to poison me. He didn't really feed me a big portion. Like, we don't we don't know how horses think. Just how this lady in the story, the mother, her son was doing drugs, and she finally had to let go. Just like this, the horse. Goodness gracious, I'm so good at losing the thread trying to explain something else in detail. It happens almost every time, but it usually comes back to me. So I'll keep it going. What was I trying to say here? I can hear my cat still like yelling, trying to get in here. There's nothing even in here for him other than the window, and he's barely in it. He's barely in it. He's such a baby. He's such a baby. Um, I need a teleprompter or something. I need a teleprompter or something. I had it and then I lost it. Anyway, I'm really sad I lost it because I feel like it was something, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. We just need to move on from the horse, the person leading the horse to water. Um, Maybe I finally gotta let it go. Let go of the fact that I sometimes do this thing where I just lose all train of thought for whatever reason. Um. Oh, second thing. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go to the second thing. Starlight says you can't free people that. Oh, well, free a person that doesn't want to be free. Yep. Um. Just as she said. You can't make somebody that they don't want to do something. Just like you can't, you know, you don't know what somebody's thinking and you don't know what somebody's going through. So before you judge them in a non-loving way, detach in love. Let them go. Let them go on their personal journey that they may or may not need to, but just be there if they need you to be there. Um, because I mean, looking at things from like probably somebody who's like recovering from like hard drug use, um, they could only be like, maybe they feel like you're only coming around when they're trying to get cleans, and then being all pressuring towards them and trying to it just feels like them you coming to them is just more pressure, and then they get stressed out, so then they feel like they have to use more drug. Like they could be just in this endless cycle. You never know. That's why it's okay to detach in love. Sometimes that's what you have to do. It's okay. That's the main gist. I think that was what I was trying to get at, but all right. And on to the next one. Before I got 20 minutes, so um before you can manifest anything for yourself, you have to believe you are worthy of what you are trying to manifest. And to me, personally, that is a non-negotiable prerequisite of manifesting anything. Before you can manifest anything, you have to believe you are worthy of what you are trying to manifest. It is a non-negotiable prerequisite. Non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. It's not negotiable. If you don't believe you deserve, like you are worthy of what you are trying to achieve, if you keep second guessing yourself and doubting yourself that you haven't either one done the work to get there, or two, um I just heard my cat like it hit the doorknob. He's going crazy. I don't know. We're about to check up on him in a second, but um it is a non-negotiable prerequisite. You got to be able to believe. I mean, even speak it like we talk about on throat chakra Thursdays. Throat Thursdays. As we like to call it, throat Thursdays. As we talk about it on Thursdays, you have to speak, you have to believe it yourself. You have to speak it for yourself in order for you to manifest these things. You also have to believe it. The same way you're speaking it out for yourself, that I can do it, that I can do whatever I put my mind to, that I can, become this, become that, that I can work on becoming this, train to do whatever. You got to believe that you deserve that thing. You have to already be able to see yourself doing it. You have to be able to see yourself doing it first. If you don't believe that you can do it, and if you can't see yourself doing it, it's not going to be possible. I know that's true for a fact, because sometimes I come in these daily boosts, I stumble on my words and I'm like, huh. And I'm just completely thrown off. And then I start believing that, maybe I can't do this. And then I really start fumbling over my words. And that's why I sometimes, get cut off and stuck, because I'm like, am I making sense? There can be any, random thought that pops in my head that just derails the whole situation, because I'm more focused on what I'm trying to get out than actually trying to say it. And that's what happens sometimes. I can be the proof for like a lot of these, like a lot of the things we talk about. My life is the proof. The life that I've watched people live, and the life that I've lived is the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Before you can manifest anything for yourself, you have to believe you are worthy of it before you ever even can manifest it. It is a prerequisite. You have to believe it, or it will never manifest. It will never be. Even if you are This isn't something you can fake either. I'm just saying right here. They say fake it till you make it, but like I said before, they say fake it till you make it, but it's not really faking it because you are believing in the fact that you can do it. You may be in the sense faking it, but in the act of attempting to fake having confidence, you have to first have confidence that you can fake it. You understand what I'm saying? Like you have to have confidence either way. And that's why I'm like, it's not faking it. It says fake it till you make it, but in reality, it's not faking it till you make it. It's believing it until you make it. Don't no. No, I'm not gonna let you guys sit up here and tell me that faking it till you make it means literally faking it because to fake something, you have to believe you can fake it. You've already believed in the fact that you can fake it. So if you can believe in the fact that you can fake it, why don't you believe in the fact that you can do it? You see what I'm saying? That don't make sense. Like I said, it's way cornier being negative about yourself than it is trying to be positive. It's way cornier being negative about yourself. Way cornier. So much cornier. Everybody thinks affirmations and things are corny. It's so much cornier being. You gotta be kidding me. Anyway, last thing, I'm gonna let you guys head out of here. I'm gonna last thing, and then I'm going to do advertisements, advertise Love and Action Network, and some the the head honchos of it, I guess, the head honchos, and some of the other members that do the daily boost and such, like me, give them their little platform. But in the process of getting out of here, I got one more thing to say. One more thing before we get into ads and stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself. Wait. Before I do the last thing, I got to tell you that that's the first step. I got all this written down. So sorry. I almost forgot. That's the first step. The prerequisite of, feeling like you're worthy to manifest what you want, to get what you want. You got to believe you are worthy of it. And it's got to be attainable. That's another thing. It has to be attainable by you, something that you can obtain. It has to be obtainable. That's another thing. I definitely have to I got to italicize that. Like I have to bring attention to it. It has to be obtainable. Do not pick goals for yourself that are not attainable. Do not. If you are 40 years old and you want to be, astrophysicist, but you don't want to go to school, why are you setting that goal for yourself? That don't make sense. That don't make sense. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do it. That's the first step. It's your routine. That is the first step. It has to be a part of your routine. All that life requires you to do is to show up. That's it. That's all life requires of you to do is to show up. That's the first step. Just show up. And a part of that is the prerequisite. Believing that you can achieve what you were setting out to achieve. Now, the reason I say that is because you are not going to want to live in life without some kind of goal, without something that you are trying to achieve, or something that you love to do every day. Maybe not even every day, but just other than just going to work or something like that. Like, come on. Give yourself a chance to enjoy life. I know I didn't give myself a chance to enjoy life. I hated myself for about 20 years, I'd like to say. 20 years since I was like 7 years old. I'm 27 now. Hated myself for 20 years. That might be a slight over exaggeration, but it's not. If it's not 20, it's 18. And that's why I'm like, it's not. I hated myself at a very early age, I'm realizing. And as I usually say on the Daily Boost, everything is nobody can make you feel a certain type of way. Nobody can make you feel a certain type of way. You make yourself feel that way. The same way nobody can make you love them, the same way nobody can make you happy. The same way that nobody can make you care for them. The same way nobody can make you feel those emotions, nobody can make you feel angry, nobody can make you feel sad, nobody can make you feel like you want to, harm them. Nobody makes you feel that way. You choose to feel that way based on the expectations that you had. Your expectations not being met usually causes some type of emotion or reaction. And that's on you. That is on you. That is on you. That is on you. The first step is to show up. That is all life requires you to do. And to show up, it starts with your routine. It has to start daily. What you want in life, you have to work towards it. No matter how small the steps are, no matter like in what shape, form, or capacity, you have to start working on it. You can't just say, oh, you want this, but then never make motions to actually go get it. Like, you can't just say things. You have to say it and then go do it. Actions plus words, not just actions. They say actions speak louder than words. Nuh-uh. They're the same. The reason why people believe that is because there's too many people out there just talking and not enough people doing. That's why it's said that actions speak louder than words. They're actually the same. But together, together, you've seen a lot of movements change the world. Action plus words. Action plus words has moved mountains. If you don't believe it, I mean, like I said, Martin Luther King's perfect example. Actions meet words. Anything that's changed in history, there was action and words behind it. Even y'all don't like to talk about Adolf Hitler, but even Adolf Hitler, words and actions. He said what he wanted and he went out and did it. Sure, he did some very heinous things, but that's one of those examples. He said his vision, he said what he saw, and people ate it up, believed in it, and then he backed it up with action. As heinous as it was, he's one of those examples. Actions and words. You saw how it moved people. Martin Luther King, he died for what he believed in, but his words plus his actions. His words plus his action moved people. Changed this nation forever. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about history. Anyway, the second step after the prerequisite that is known as just showing up, working on your routine, which never feel bad about feeling like you're when you change your routine, anytime you change anything or change happens, it takes a while to accumulate with it. Please give yourself the room and the give yourself the what am I trying to say? Give yourself um the room, the empathy. What's the word? Give yourself the grace. There we go. Thank you, team. Thank you, team. Give yourself the grace that you deserve when you are trying to work yourself into your routine that you want so you can, create the you that you want so you can reach your goal. Sometimes you got to get rid of the old you. You got to leave the old you behind. People might, look at you and say, "Hey, you've changed." And not for the better. But at the end of the day, just like this woman found out about her son, just like the son found out about himself, just like anybody, you have to do what's best for you. At the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you because you're the only one living your life. You have to do what's best for you. You have to do what's best for you at the end of the day. And that's why you have to believe in yourself above. If you don't believe in God, you don't believe in the universe, at the very least, you don't believe in the flying spaghetti monster. If you above all else, if you don't believe in any of those, believe in yourself, and you'll get somewhere. I don't know how far you can go. That's completely up to you. I don't know y'all like that. I don't know y'all like that. Y'all don't know me. So I don't know how far you can go, but you better go how far. Don't have any regrets. That's all I'm saying. Do not regret. Anyway, the second step. The second step, which is what I'm alluding to here, step into your own power. Step into your own power. What does it mean to step into your own power? Well, if you complete step one, you'll find out what it means to step into your own power. How about that? How about that? If you complete step one, which is the only thing life requires you to do, the only thing life requires of you to do is to show up. If you complete step one and start working on your routine, you'll know what step two, what I'm talking about when I say step two is step into your own power. That's the second step. Step into your own power. Step into what you want for yourself. Step into your strengths. Step into your strengths. Step into your own power. Step into yourself. Sometimes we think the negative aspects of ourselves are always just negative. On the contrary, your negatives could be your greatest superpower. I give you an example. I'm an overthinker. Being an overthinker is a superpower. You just have to use it the right way. I overthink everything, but I can use that. I can use that creatively because I can use that for storyboarding. I just think of a whole bunch of different scenarios that you can use it as a superpower. The things that you see as weaknesses can easily be made strengths. And the same things about your strengths. Same things can be said about your strengths. Your strengths can turn into your weaknesses. As humans, we already have many weaknesses, but at the end of the day, control what you can't control and let go of what you can't control. Let go of what you can't control. You can't control how people react. You can only control how you react. You can't control other people, but you can control yourself. So the next time you're feeling an emotion, remember that you are making yourself feel that way. You are making yourself feel worthless. You are making yourself feel like you're stupid. You are making yourself feel like you don't have a chance of achieving what you want to achieve. You are making yourself feel that way, and nobody made you feel that way. You've decided to believe that, so you have made yourself feel that way. That's the bottom line when it comes down to emotions, and that is why you have to exercise them like you exercise any part of your body. I have 4 minutes to do ads because I was over here talking. But I'm glad I got that out because I feel like somebody needed to hear it. I don't know. I talk about it almost every time, those main points every time I do the Daily Boost, but hey. But anyway, please check out my network who hosts the Daily Boost, as well as me, Lot of Snacks 5. You can find me anywhere at Lot of Snacks 5. I have a Hop bio. It's hop.bio/Lot of Snacks 5. You can find me there. My network, you can find out more about us at lovedandlovable.org. We are called, excuse me, I have, there was like a weird, anyway, sorry, my shoulder was being weird. We are called Love and Action Network. My community is called Love and Action Network. Our mission is to encourage, empower, and equip ourselves with the knowledge that we are loved and lovable, and also give ourselves the tools to get through our day to day. Check out our CEO, Dr. Flo. Check him out. He is on every social media platform under Andre in the Flow. That is Andre in the Flow, Andre in the Flow. Flow is in FLOW. He's better known as Dr. Flo. He hosts the Love Experience rehearsals, or concerts of love, he likes to call them, and they're just pretty much rehearsals for his tour or concert that he holds called the Love Experience. and he does he sings all kinds of well, I say all kinds. He sings songs that he's created from a album that he's collected for the events. And if you want to check out more about that, he sings live on TikTok, Bigo, YouTube sometimes, Instagram, but you can find him anywhere at Andre in the Flow. We also have other um, classes or coaching things like life coaching, vocal performance coaching, business coaching, spiritual coaching, and dream coaching. We have two vocal teachers, I believe. I think it's just Flo and Tara Parola who are the vocal coaches. When it comes down to spiritual coaching and life coaching, we have multiple consultants. Um, but definitely check out our website if you're interested in anything else. Check out Tara Paolo at tarapaolo.com. She is my co-host for a show I like to call Late Night Sax. Um, Late Night Sax. We hold a live audience on Tuesdays at 7:45 on YouTube, 7:45 Central Time. That's 7:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8:45 Eastern Time. And then where am I going? um, and then I upload that podcast to Spotify. Usually it's up by like Wednesday morning and such and such. Waiting to Exhale is right after this. It is literally about to start at, I believe it starts at 5:30 Central Standard Time, 6:30 Eastern Time. Waiting to Exhale is hosted by Starlight underscore Mystic on TikTok, and also Poppy Wada, who is better known as Brentley Neal. Um, that is at Starlight underscore Mystic, and Poppy Wada 33. That's PAPI 33. PAPIWATA 33. Sorry, Poppy Wata, not water, Wata. PAPIWATA 33. They host Waiting to Exhale on TikTok. It is a healing space. They do card readings. They do $5 pools. They're very spiritual. They are very spiritually gifted and knowledgeable. So if you want to check out more about them, I would check them out there on TikTok. Starlight Mystic also has a website, starlightmysticbotanica.com, starlightmysticbotanica.com, which you can find here on my screen if you're watching on the newsletter or on YouTube. It's starlightmysticbotanica.com. Here's Tara Paolo's website too. It's tarapaolo.com. She has all her social media and everything on her site, as well as she mainly streams from Instagram, and her Instagram tag, I believe, is Tara Paolo Studio. If it's not Tara Paolo Studio, it's just Tara Paolo. But I believe it is Tara Paolo Studio on Instagram. But I've gone I haven't gone over too much of my time, but just enough. I haven't gone over like recording time necessarily, but you know how it goes. You know how it goes. I thank you all for coming today. I really appreciate it. I hope you grabbed some kind of knowledge from today and you took something away from today, and maybe you feel better, maybe you don't feel as worse. I hope you definitely don't feel worse after watching. I hope you don't feel worse. If you do, I'm always open to conversation. My DMs are always open unless you act a fool. You was raised right. You know how to not act like a fool. Come on now. But you come on now. But I will see you guys over on Waiting to Exhale on TikTok, hosted by PoppyWater33 and Starlight underscore Mystic on TikTok. And then we're having a game night after Waiting to Exhale. So we're playing Scriblio if you're interested in that. I don't know, how soon or how late you're watching this, but we do have game nights usually on Fridays. If that gives you another reason to join our network, just check out, what we'll be gaming on and stuff. You can just watch or, whatever you want to. You don't have to join in. If you're on the fence about joining the network, I really recommend checking out the Telegram, some of the Telegram channels. Let me find it here under the welcome. Go to memberships. I'm gonna have to tell them that the top where it says VIP membership and click here to discover more, it just takes you to the homepage. I'm gonna have to check in with them to make sure they know about that, but we'll see. We will see. But yeah, our Telegram is when you click on the membership link right here, the red link under the welcome sign. You'll see all of our telegrams. The free and exclusive VIP membership is on Halo, so you'll see like exclusive events that we just kind of pop up all of a sudden. That's usually not on our site. The daily boost and Waiting to Exhale are and late night sax is usually always on there. Other than that, other things kind of just pop up, like Concerts of Love with Dr. Flo, master classes. Master classes are usually on the site too, but sometimes master classes pop up. You never know. But yeah, so exclusive events like that and game nights and stuff usually pop up on our Halo. If you're not really comfortable joining any of these other telegrams, I at least recommend joining the 24/7 live updates. That is our broadcast channel. There's no like typing it or anything. You just get notifications for when we go live anytime. So like if somebody's on the daily boost, someone streams randomly, usually there's a shout out in the broadcast channel. So I recommend joining that if you just want to kind of test the wheels out, I guess. Also, we have a newsletter and magazine where we upload the daily boost and other things that we are talking about, and other people in the community are talking about and trying to get things together and stuff. So if you're interested in subscribing to our newsletter, we'd very much appreciate it. We would very much appreciate it. We deliver uplifting content online every day. But I thank you guys for showing up here. Like I said, I've kind of gone over my time, but it's okay. I'm loved and lovable. Everyone's loved and lovable, and I'm pretty sure I'm clear to do this anyway, so it's okay. It's just me that worries about this stuff. It's just me. It's just me, and that's the thing I had to realize too. Sometimes it's just me. But I thank you guys for coming here. I thank you guys for showing up. Once again, I really hope you took something from today, and I wasn't just rambling to myself. I hope you took some nuggets from today. Something resonated with you. Everything, at least, I hopefully made sense. I always welcome feedback and stuff. So don't feel like if you have a difference of opinion, I'm gonna be all mad. I actually invite differences of opinion because that's how you learn and stuff. So it's okay to be different. It's okay to be different. Okay, it's okay. Just don't be weird. You know. Well, weird is the new normal, actually. Anyway, I thank you guys for showing up. Be humble, be unapologetic, and be true to you. And I appreciate every single one of you. You are loved and lovable, and I mean that. I will see you guys next time. Kitty Burger appreciates you guys showing up too, and he loves you guys. He says you're loved and lovable as well. I'm telling you, everybody believes it here. Everybody believes it. We'll see you guys next time. I hope you guys will show up for Waiting to Exhale. If not, I will catch you next time, same place, Thursdays and Fridays at 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, or anytime I just have a random event around the network. But yeah, thank you guys for showing up. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Snack you later. Peace.